Hello there, welcome back to my views and news. Another video for you. First news story is about a challenge from the military chief, Ethiopian military chief Bihahu Jula's challenge to Fano. What did Jula say? I did a video last night. He said Fano, Ola both are not now any national threats. He challenged Fano to. What did he say about Fano? Details for you in this video. Secondly, viewers, Makale, where opposition parties were planning a big protest on the 7th of September. But government is not allowing them to protest. The rally organizer has been communicated by Makale government that the rally cannot be held. Though it's constitutional, but it cannot be held because the government is refusing to provide security details for you in this video. Firstly, viewers, Bihahu Jula, military chief, spoke last night about the security situation in the country. I did a video on one of his points, his talks points. He said Fano and Ola are not now threats at national level. Detailed video. I don't agree with this assessment of Bihahu Jula. Either he is misunderstood and he is underestimating Fano fighters, or he is deliberately twisting facts. He wants to prove that military is very powerful. These groups are small groups. They cannot challenge military. On the ground, both Fano, Ola intact. He challenged Fano. What did he say? Last week, some pro-Fano activists claimed that Fano fighters had captured 3 helicopters. I did a video on that if you remember. I said the news was unconfirmed. I had no confirmation. But several big Amhara pro-Fano activists claimed that it happened near Lumame. That near Lumame, 3 helicopters landed. Crew members, pilots got off the helicopters. Fano fighters captured pilots and they captured helicopters. Jula challenged Fano. Jula said, if you have captured helicopters, show us the helicopters. Yes, very valid point. If Fano has captured helicopters, where are the helicopters? Where are the pilots? And those who are spreading this misinformation, disinformation, they should tell the people, where are the helicopters? Where are the pilots? Where are the crew members? I raised similar questions, if you remember in a video. I said news was unconfirmed. It was being propagated by those who were spreading fake news. Secondly, a general has been killed according to the claims of Fano fighters, said Jula. Jula said this is false. No general killed. Thirdly, he talked about drones, that drones are being used by Fano fighters and some captured by Fano fighters. Where are the drones? Show us. Fourthly, tanks, that Fano fighters have captured some tanks. He said, where are the tanks? Show us the tanks captured by Fano fighters. So, it was an open challenge from Bihahu Jula to Fano last night. He said, if you have captured anything, show us. Not anything, tanks, drones, helicopters. Fano obviously has no evidence of having captured helicopters. Fano did capture some Zu-23 too, I think. I confirmed that. It captured some trucks too, military vehicles too, maybe some artillery pieces too, but no tanks. I never confirmed that Fano captured any tanks in the videos. We only reported about capture of artillery and Zu-23 too. Jula did not say a word about artillery and Zu-23 too. He only talked about tanks, helicopters, and drones. Obviously, Fano fighters have small drones. These are non-military drones which even photographers, YouTubers use. They don't have any sophisticated modern drones. Military does have these modern sophisticated drones, Turkish TB2s, UEs, Winglong, basically Chinese. So what Jula said makes sense, that fake claims are being made, fake posts are being propagated by pro-Fano elements. And one of the reasons behind this disinformation is that Fano fighters don't have one representative. They should have one representative for media, one website, one social media account, one YouTube channel, maybe one Facebook, etc. accounts, and they should share their official positions with the people of the Amhara region, with people of Ethiopia. There are several Fano factions, lots of Fano activists, social media accounts, YouTubers, and they share conflicting information, tall claims without any evidence. And secondly, another claim, not challenge, but claim by Jula. Jula said, military has only deployed 10% of its capabilities in the Amhara region. I think here Jula seems to be exaggerating. Basically saying 90% of military is not deployed to Amhara. I think he is here not telling the facts. Military is deployed not only in Amhara but also in Oromia, in border areas, in Biji Banishangal Gumas, in Volkai too, in Raya. All these deployments are linked mainly to the Amhara region of conflict. Military is trying to secure Amhara, Sudan, Ethiopia, Sudan border as well. Yes, in terms of equipment, we can say that obviously military has much more equipment, tanks, artillery pieces. In terms of manpower, I think military has deployed more than 10% of its soldiers to the Amhara region. Yes, in terms of tanks, artillery pieces, we can say that much of the military equipment is not deployed. Why? Because nature of war, nature of conflict in Amhara is not a full-scale war. The military does not need here MLRS tanks, artillery pieces in big numbers. Military needs manpower. So I don't think there is only 10% deployment of military in Amhara, more than that. Let's see how Fano addresses Jula's challenge. But again, I would say Fano should have one representative to talk to media. Ola has one representative. Ola has one or two. Oda, Turbi, Ajare, and some others. I know them. But Fano does not have this type of setup. They should have this type of setup. That is how disinformation can be curbed. Secondly, viewers, Makale opposition parties wanted to protest. They made an announcement yesterday that on the 7th of September they'll protest on they'll protest in Makale, protest against lawlessness, lack of governance, rising crime rate, problems faced by IDPs, unpaid salaries to the civil servants, problems faced by Tigray combatants. So all these issues were going to be raised by Tigray opposition parties, three parties, Salsevoyene, Tigray Independence Party and Betona. They were planning to hold a big demonstration in Makale on the 7th of September, but government does not want opposition to unite, to exercise its right to hold a political gathering. Makale government has communicated to the rally organizer that government cannot provide security to the rally because security force is going to be busy in connection with upcoming New Year and Mescal festival celebrations. though New Year will start, I think, after 2 to 3 weeks of this rally. But the rally was against TPLF and Tigray government. Because if people say there is lawlessness, there is lack of governance in Tigray, it means that Tigray interim government is responsible. So this rally could turn into anti-government, anti-TPLF rally. Election due to be held in Tigray in coming months. Opposition parties trying to unite. So that is why TPLF does not want opposition parties to unite or to gather people to form a joint front against Tigray interim government. Disappointing development. Mekelle is no different from Addis Ababa. Opposition parties they have no right to exercise their rights in Ethiopia on federal level. To opposition parties, opposition leaders fleeing the country. Bekele Garba said goodbye to politics. Not politics, but he resigned from Oromo Federalist Congress vice chairmanship. Jawar silent to Dawood Ibsa under house arrest for a long time. Opposition parties all are under pressure. Same is happening in Tigray. So Tigray, which claimed it was fighting for a free, democratic Tigray, is not ready to allow opposition parties to protest in Mekelle. Does it mean that there won't be free, fair, transparent election in Tigray? Yes. It's not possible for opposition parties to have transparent election in existing setup. Will opposition parties now accept the decision made by Mekelle government, or will they press ahead with the demonstration on the 7th of September? If it happens, obviously arrest will start. Before 7th of September, you will see main party leaders arrested. And on 7th of September, you could see again arrests. But opposition parties will have to speak. They'll have to show resistance. Otherwise, the TPLF will be the only party calling the shots in Tigray. The three parties will have to exercise their right to protest. Otherwise, they shouldn't be hoping to get free, fair, transparent elections in Tigray. Let's see. I bet you when the rally is held, or if government decides to launch a crackdown on the members of the three opposition parties. Tigray has only three opposition parties, main three opposition parties, and the three are not being allowed to protest in Mekelle. Thanks for watching.